gray clouds are all that we see. And these gray clouds are all that we see.
As we all know, Chesterfield Mall has permanently closed as of August 31st, 2024. And while you will see footage from the final day in this video, I felt it's best to first look back. We'll first flash back to late 2021, when both the Sears and the Dillard's wings of the mall were blocked off. Why is this important? Well, the Dillard's wing specifically still had two operational stores inside, one on the lower level and one on the top level. Both were only accessible through their respective exterior doors. Starting on the lower level, LensCrafters was the only thing open, but it offers us a glimpse inside the Dillard's, which had closed in 2016 due to a water main break that flooded the store, leaving this temporary closure seem very permanent. The store originally opened as Sticks, Bear & Fuller in 1976 along with the mall, until becoming Dillard's in 1984. As of now, there are actually plans in place to reopen the Dillard store to go along with the new downtown Chesterfield development. It's rumored that the Dillards could open as soon as late 2026. Heading upstairs, at the time of this footage being shot, all of the lights inside Dillard's were on, yet most of the ones inside this wing were turned off, leaving not much behind besides the eerie sound of nothingness, except our footsteps echoing. But obviously, Dillard's wasn't the only anchor, so let's take an even further look back to 2018 when the Sears at Chesterfield Mall was on its final day of operation. Not long after the Sears closure, a skating store was added inside the building, and thanks to a really good friend of ours that knew someone working inside, he gave us an exclusive look inside the Sears building 2 years after closing down. Sears was another original anchor to the mall, opening in 1976. It managed to stick around until early 2018 when the store's closure was announced. This building is not set to stay alongside the downtown Chesterfield development. As such, it will be demolished in October. This footage inside the abandoned Sears is nearly 40 minutes long, so if the demand is there, I will make a separate video on it. Just let me know in the comments if that's something you'd want to see. That's terrifying. Still got the caution tape for the playground, even though they kind of don't need it now. That's weird. I remember there were slackers. I got a shot of that. I remember the last day, I was right here getting a shot because it said last day, store closing. I could see that because that was also the last day that Slackers was open. Now the final anchor to talk about, Macy's. Now, I actually did a separate video all about this store's closing sale, abandoned state, and its replacement location, but I have some more footage that wasn't featured in there, and that is the store before the closure was announced during the Christmas season of 2021. This location opened in 1981 as a famous bar store, and became a part of Macy's in 2006. As far as I know, I believe this was one of, if not the only, 3-level Macy's in the St. Louis region. After the store's closure in late 2022, there was officially no more anchors left inside the mall. But I do have one more honorable mention. V-Stock, a favorite of mine, opening in 2005 as Borders Books. The land this sits on, as well as a few other neighboring stores, used to be the site of JCPenney, which was demolished 5 years after its closure in 2000. 2011 saw the closure of Borders and the opening of V-Stock. I wanted to make sure to document this store in particular because it's one of my favorites. And I'm glad I did, because July 28th, 2024 was the final day for this store's operation. And all existing stock wasn't simply just discounted and sold. Apparently it's all being moved to Colorado for a new location opening up. But now we come to today. Now that we've taken a look back, let's take a look at the final day of Chesterfield Mall. As we walked in, we noticed a sign, and this sign was indicating that by entering the mall, you basically consented to being filmed for a documentary by the one and only Bright Sun Films, which I had the great privilege of running into. Really nice to meet one of my inspirations for starting YouTube in the first place. But almost immediately, we were a tad disappointed, as once we started going towards the former AMC theater, the remaining portions of the mall were closed off, with every security guard blocking it. We weren't the only ones upset about this. Many people had driven hours just to take one final look, and they were being treated like dirt. But don't worry, we made our way through. Just keep watching. Another reason that some were irritated by this blockade was a shop that was downstairs by the food court directly below us. They were giving away their remaining fabrics from their store for free. It took them 4 hours before we were allowed down there, and taking a closer look, there wasn't any caution tape blocking the rest of the downstairs, so we took a look, but a security guard kept on going on and on about the rules that seemingly kept changing. So we stayed and met some incredible fans in the process, grabbed some lunch, then came back around 6 p.m., where we were greeted by a man in a banana suit. and he explained that they were doing an improv comedy type show inside one of the former stores. It sounded like a lot of fun, honestly, so we accepted the offer, and I'm glad we did. You'll see why in a moment. It was the store separating the blocked off area of the Dillard's wing, so before the show and during the intermission, we said screw it and went inside, getting the final look at the blocked wing.
What's your name?
Griffin.
Griffin, oh dang it. Griffin, no Griffin, banana, banana. Ooh, it fits. I thought it had to be like one syllable. Griffin. Sweet. Yeah, I love that. Here, I'll show you this. So you see what you're getting into. So I did that to my house on Christmas. Shine projectors on it.
Oh,
YouTube
that's
videos.
cool.
And
That's
what you're
awesome.
seeing here is then we use it as our backdrop. And that's how we keep score. We put scores up on this thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a blast. So,
Say it's in over here. Okay.
yeah, I don't know where we're just gonna take our screens and go to other venues.
Okay.
All right, let's hit some music. Come on in, people. You hear some music? I will be here. I will be here. Come on this way. And we're gonna be documentary. Pick a seat, any seat, wherever you want to go. There you go. And then there's drinks. We'll hold the drinks out. You want a drink or a snack? I recognize some fans, and I know some of y'all from coming to the last night of Chesterfield Borough! And it's a B. Go on!
Buying.
Buying!
Oh, can I please buy these very neat eggs?
Yeah. After the show, there wasn't any escort out of the mall, so we took one final lap around the upper floor. It was our only chance, and we ended up being one of the last ones out the doors that night. I guess you could say we were one of the last customers that Chesterfield Mall would ever serve. We're getting out.
Okay, just understand.
Oh, I know. Yeah.